Hello everyone, and welcome to this YouTube video on 3 of the most beloved and inspiring Psalms in the Bible: Psalm chapter 91, Psalm chapter 70, and Psalm chapter 23. In this video, we will explore the powerful messages and practical applications of these Psalms for our daily lives. Psalm chapter 91 reminds us of God's protection and comfort in times of danger and trouble. Psalm chapter 70 teaches us to call on God for help when we face distress and enemies. And Psalm chapter 23, perhaps the most well-known of the three, provides guidance on trusting in God's provision and following His guidance on the path of righteousness. Whether you are a person of faith seeking guidance and inspiration or simply interested in exploring the rich spiritual heritage of the Psalms, this video is for you. So, let's dive in and discover the timeless wisdom of these beloved Psalms. Before I started to pray, anyone who is going through a problem in a sentimental area, after you hear this prayer, if you want my help in prayer, a specific prayer for your love life, you who have a relationship, you can write in the comments a prayer request for your relationship for the person you love. As soon as I visualize your prayer request, I will present it to God. If you are a person who still doesn't have anyone, but you want God to bless your sentimental area, you can also write in the comments a prayer request for your love life. I already know what you need. I want you to like this video too, because every time you leave your life, you're letting YouTube know that what you're seeing and hearing is good for you and that you can pass on to other people. The direction I give you right now is that you subscribe to the channel. It is free. You pay nothing, but it is the only way for you to receive the next prayers. Just below you find the word subscribe in red letters. I want you to click subscribe right after that. Next to it you will see a symbol of a bell. Click on the bell. And to finish you will see the word all. You also click so every time I send you new, powerful prayers, you'll receive it for free through YouTube. Psalm chapter 91, 70, and 23 are some of the most beloved and comforting prayers in the Bible. These Psalms provide hope, strength, and assurance of God's presence and protection. In this article, we will explore each Psalm in depth, providing a thorough analysis of the text, as well as some practical applications for our daily lives. Psalm 91. A prayer for protection. Psalm chapter 91 is often called the Enquat, soldier's prayer Enquat, or the Enquat, prayer of protection. Enquat. It is a psalm that speaks of God's protection over His people in times of danger and trouble. The psalm begins with a statement of faith in God's protection. Enquat. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. Enquat. Psalm chapter 91 verses 1 to 2. The Enquat, secret place. Enquat, referred to in this verse as the presence of God. When we make God our dwelling place, we are protected from the enemy's attacks. The psalmist goes on to describe the various ways in which God protects His people. God protects us from deadly diseases. Verse 3. God shields us from harm and danger. Verse 4. God covers us with His wings. Verse 4. God is our refuge and fortress. Verse 2. God sends His angels to protect us. Verse 11. God answers our prayers. Verse 15. The psalmist concludes by declaring God's faithfulness and His promise to protect His people. Enquat, because He has set His love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Enquat. Psalm chapter 91 verses 14 to 16. This psalm teaches us that when we trust in God's protection, we can have peace even in the midst of danger and trouble. We can take comfort in knowing that God is always with us, and He will protect us from harm. Psalm chapter 70. A prayer for deliverance. Psalm chapter 70 is a short but powerful prayer for deliverance. It is a plea for God's help in times of trouble and distress. The psalmist begins by asking God to come quickly to his aid, and quote, "Hasten, O God, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me." End quote. Psalm chapter 70 verse 1. The psalmist then goes on to describe his enemies and their desire to see him fail. End quote. "Let them be ashamed and confounded who seek my life. Let them be turned back and confused who desire my hurt." End quote. Psalm chapter 70 verse 2. Despite the psalmist's enemies, he trusts in God's faithfulness and ability to deliver him. End quote. "But I am poor and needy. Make haste to me, O God. You are my help and my deliverer. O Lord, do not delay." End quote. Psalm chapter 70 verse 5. This psalm teaches us that when we face difficult situations, we can call on God for help. We can trust in His faithfulness to deliver us from our enemies and bring us to a place of safety. Psalm chapter 23. A prayer for guidance and comfort. Psalm chapter 23 is perhaps the most well-known and beloved psalm in the Bible. It is a prayer for guidance, comfort, and provision. The psalm begins with a declaration of faith in God's provision. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake." In these opening verses, the psalmist speaks of the Lord's provision and guidance. As a shepherd cares for his sheep, so God cares for His people. He leads us to places of rest and refreshment, and He guides us along the right path. The psalmist goes on to describe the comfort and protection that God provides. And quote, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." End quote. Psalm chapter 23 verse 4. Even in times of difficulty and danger, God is with us. He comforts us and protects us from harm. The psalmist concludes by affirming his faith in God's goodness and mercy, and quote, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." End quote. Psalm chapter 23 verse 6. This psalm teaches us that when we follow God's guidance and trust in His provision, we can have confidence that He will lead us to places of rest, comfort, and safety. We can trust in His goodness and mercy to follow us all the days of our lives. Practical applications for our daily lives. Each of these psalms provides practical applications for our daily lives. Psalm chapter 91 teaches us to trust in God's protection, even in times of danger and trouble. We can have peace knowing that God is always with us and He will protect us from harm. Psalm chapter 70 reminds us to call on God for help in times of distress. We can trust in His faithfulness to deliver us from our enemies and bring us to a place of safety. Psalm chapter 23 teaches us to follow God's guidance and trust in His provision. When we do, we can have confidence that He will lead us to places of rest, comfort, and safety. As we face the challenges of each day, let us turn to these psalms for guidance and comfort. Let us trust in God's protection, call on Him for help when we need it, and follow His guidance on the path of righteousness. In summarization, we explored the powerful messages and practical applications of three beloved psalms in the Bible: Psalm chapter 91, Psalm chapter 70, and Psalm chapter 23. We were reminded of God's protection, guidance, and provision, and the importance of trusting in Him through life's challenges. Whether seeking inspiration or interested in exploring the spiritual heritage of the Psalms, we hope this video has provided insights and practical applications for your daily life. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of 3 of the most inspiring Psalms in the Bible. We hope that this video has provided you with insights into the powerful messages of Psalm chapter 91, Psalm chapter 70, and Psalm chapter 23, and practical applications for your daily life. Through these Psalms, we have been reminded of God's protection, guidance, and provision, and the importance of trusting in Him through all of life's challenges. May these Psalms continue to inspire and guide us on our spiritual journey. If you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.